Hi guys, good evening and welcome back once again to the EdWord. I'm your host Eddie, and in tonight's video I will be discussing what I thought of the latest and very entertaining episode of The Mandalorian, which dropped today on Disney+. Before I get into all of that, of course, please be warned, this is a spoiler-filled review, so if you haven't seen the latest episode of The Mandalorian, do not keep watching or listening to this video, as I will be going to spoilers, details, character stuff, all that jazz. That being said, you have been warned. So this was a fun episode. It was very exciting. I liked how the title had a dual meaning to it. The Foundling, you could argue, referred to both Grogu and the Mandalorian kid who was taken by the scary vulture raptor thing, who thankfully got out of that situation alive. Although I was shocked that he was alive. I thought that it was going to be eaten up, but hey, they saved him. I like how, we got another backstory episode on Grogu. I mean, in season 2, we finally learned his name. Season 3, we finally see who rescued him during the Jedi Purge, or Order 66, when the clones killed all the Jedi. And despite everybody's fan theory about it being Mace Windu or not Luke, or other Jedi who, of course, names I'm forgetting, or Ahsoka. Yeah, it wasn't Ahsoka, because Ahsoka was off-world, off of Coruscant during Order 66. I guess it was some unnamed Jedi we haven't met yet. And I didn't recognize the actor at first. When the elevator opened, I saw the robe. I'm like, oh, great, a Jedi, a friendly face. He'll get him to safety. At first, I didn't know who the guy was. I enjoyed the escape sequence, and I also loved seeing the Naboo guards open fire against the clones so that the Jedi and Grogu could escape. It turns out that actor is the guy who played Jar Jar Binks in The Phantom Menace. And this poor guy, hearing his story, apparently he got so much crap and so much hate for that role, for playing that character, that he contemplated suicide. Guys, if you don't like a movie or you don't like a character, that's fine. But do not blame or take it out on the actors. They are just doing their jobs, and they are not the character that they are pretending to be. It's all pretend. This character doesn't actually exist. The actor does, so treat the actor with respect and humanity like they deserve to be. And I thought he did a great job as the Jedi here. I mean, I didn't recognize him at first because clearly he didn't have a CGI'd mocap bodysuit on, because that's probably what he wore when he was playing Jar Jar or whatever. But no, I thought he did a great job as a Jedi in this, and it was a really exciting, action-packed escape sequence from the temple into outer space on the Naboo cruiser. And then I also loved how this episode was balanced out with this rescue mission led by Bo-Katan. And she brought up a really valid point. I felt like Bo-Katan spoke on behalf of all the fandom when she said, well, how do we eat if we can't take our helmets off? And then Mando had a very reasonable explanation. Everybody goes off and eats in privacy. And Bo-Katan, being the leader of this rescue mission, had the honor of eating by the fireplace, which I thought was a pretty cool move on Paz Vizsla's part. That was the big guy whose son was taken. So, and of course, there's no shortage of awesome creatures this season on Mandalorian. I mean, we had that big, awesome turtle thing in the season 3 premiere. And then we had this big raptor lizard thing that kidnapped the kid, and it's 3 little babies. So that was something. And I thought it was hilarious how Bo-Katan revealed they had brought 3 more foundlings back. And I thought at first, wait, did they find other kids being held captive in that nest? No? Oh my God, they didn't. And sure enough, they brought back the 3 baby raptor things. I mean, it goes to show you that the Mandalorians are completely heartless or cold-blooded, that they knew they took out the mother of these 3 chicks, if you want to call them that. So now they got some animals they can hopefully domesticate, train, and eventually ride. So that'd be cool. That'd be a cool thing for their for the covert there. So I thought that was cool how they considered the 3 baby raptor things as foundlings now. I thought that was pretty funny. That was a nice touch. I also liked how Bo-Katan finally revealed to somebody, in this case the armorer, that she did indeed see a mythosaur. And although it seems like she's having trouble convincing her what she saw was real, and with the generic response being "this is the way" from so many of the Mandalorians, it's hard to tell if that means yes or no in the certain context. So I'm guessing the armorer believes her, or maybe she doesn't. I don't know. But this was a very fun episode. It was exciting, action packed. The title had a dual meaning, referring to the kid who was taken by the raptor, the flying raptor, and then, of course, Grogu being a foundling as well, and him owning that kid in the earlier scene and jumping all over him and then nailing him with their paintball type paintball things or whatever you call them. It was pretty cool. And then the great flashback explaining and finally showing who saved Grogu during Order 66 and how he escaped off-world. Of course, what happened to him after he escaped Coruscant, we may never know. But now we know who finally rescued him, so we can put those fan theories at rest. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode as much as I did. What did you think of this episode? I really enjoyed it. In fact, I want to go back and rewatch it because I liked it so much. So I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your night. We are halfway through, guys, if you can believe it, halfway through the third season of Mandalorian right now. We only have 4 more episodes to go, but a lot can happen in one episode. So imagine of how much more excitement there is in store for us. All right, guys, have a great rest of your night. Thanks for watching. And of course, until next time, may the Force be with you.